Hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to Farmers Only Club and our Farmhand to Farm Manager series. Now we're just loading into a different map, North Dakota Hastings 8km by 8km map. Now the reason we're doing this is we are doing a player contract today. So these are a little bit different to the contracts or the pre-farm manager contracts we have been doing. This is a contract created by one of the players, one of the other farm managers, on one of the other maps who needs some help with something. So I'm just going to show you Discord and you'll be able to see that contract. And there it is up on the screen right now. So we are helping Paulie from Oinkers Inc. We're helping him cut potatoes from the harvester to the root crop storage. We're going to get paid $2,500 an hour. It is a 20-acre field. So I don't know how long this is going to take. We'll see how long we can hang out and help Paulie out on this field for. But I thought it'd be something nice to go and check out one of the farm manager servers, one of the other ones, to show you what's going on in there and give you a bit of a taste of life on the other side of the contract servers. So we'll jump in here. We're ready to go. So let's go and find our way around. So here we are, just having a quick look at the map, and you can see all the different farms, the different colours scattered all around in all the different fields, some of the different farmers own. If we have a look at the farm list, you can see the different farms: Mafia Farms, Oinkers Inc., Digit NB, Wagon Wheel, Barney Inc., Legion Acres NB, and Wasabi Farms. And we have gone ahead there and joined in on Oinkers Inc., which is Paulie's farm, and that is where we're helping out. So we look like we're light purple. Let's go and see if we can find our way up to his farmyard and see what we need to do. And I've just zoomed in right here in the top left-hand corner. Field 179 was the one that we're looking at now. Of course, we're still loading. There's a lot of information on a larger map to load in, so there'll be a little bit of time to synchronize and see all the crops. But let's go and see if we can head up here and find out what we need to do. And there we go. There is Paulie. He is underway. Now, I'm assuming this looks like a root crop storage here. In fact, if we come up to it, it'll probably tell us. There it is, root crops. It's got 89,000 litres of potatoes in it already. And there is the man himself. Look at that. Welcome, Paulie. Well, nice to see you, Paulie. How you doing? Bump in there. Unimog here is ready for you to unload with. Let's go have a look. Looks like he's got things set up. Alright, look at this setup. Wow. That's pretty impressive. 2 trailers plus the Unimog. Now I haven't used a Unimog before. Excellent, all mine. So let's jump in here and get going with it. Just taking a quick look here at Paulie's farm. Looks like he's got some greenhouses set up there. There is a, what's that over there? Just a storage shed. Another building. I'm not sure what that building there is. Whether it's just possibly a workshop maybe. Looks like it might be a workshop. Fuel point there next to it as well. And then up here we've got our root crop storage, obviously. Some beehives, and to have those for the potatoes. And then the storage up here. So that's pretty handy. Now we obviously won't be able to unload, as he's just said, on that because of which side the auger is on. But we're just taking a quick look around. So head back down to the other end of the field and get things started down there. Alright, well, let's see if we can get in here next to Paulie and start to get some potatoes into the truck or the trailers. We've set our cruise control to try and match his speed. There we go, going into the truck. Doesn't quite look like we're in quite the right spot. Just a little bit of a lag spike there as well, but there we go, that is the truck full already. Crikey, this is a decent crop. And if we can just get our trailer in the right spot here next to him. There we go, that's working pretty good now. Now I'm going to do something just a little bit cheeky. I'm going to try and set up a GPS course that's equipped on the truck. So if we can have a route that runs in a north-south direction for this, or sorry, the direction we're harvesting at, that'll keep us all that much better next to him. So we'll just set that there. Hopefully, if I press the button, there we go. So we're running on cruise control and our GPS, which will help us keep nice and tight. Next to Paulie. Now, of course, manual attach is just saying we might have to hook up some hoses again, so we will check that when we hop out. Alright, so we've got a truck and a trailer full. Now, we're on tip side right, so I should be able to just pull in here next to this unload point. We've selected the truck at the moment, so if we just pull up next to it, let's see if we get a tip trigger. There we go. I'm going to start getting that one unloaded on the front there. pretty slow tip animation actually on this truck. There it is. Get it going in the right, approximately the right spot. And the truck unloaded, we'll pull up here next and get the trailer done next. Oh, looks like we've got a spectator over here as well. Rabbit has come over for a bit of a look-see to see what's going on. Not sure where he belongs, but it's not around here. Alright, so it looks like Paulie's gone and opened the field up through the middle. We seem to be getting things going reasonably well here. If that's the truck full or whether we're just in the wrong point, but we'll just pull forward a little bit there. And carry on going. Now, I think we might just try putting a little bit of time-lapse together here. Have some of this loading, unloading, dumping into the storage facility, and just generally see how it all goes with that. I don't think we've got too much else to say at the moment, but it's actually quite nice to be here playing on one of the farm manager servers rather than in the contract server. So we'll get into this and we'll catch up with you again once we've made a bit more progress. Alright, it's probably a good time for a bit of an update on progress. So we've made our way I'm going to say we're probably about a third of the way over the field. I don't actually know. We'll take a quick look at the map here and see if we can figure it out. So I'd say we're a third, probably halfway is about the middle of 79, isn't it? So yeah, we're probably a good third of the way across the field at the moment. So it's been going pretty well. I'm assuming Paulie's going to go and open up the field again through the middle. So we'll go and dump once we've got this load and got to the end of the row here. Let him open the field up. So we have another section to go through the middle of. It was working pretty well though. We got into a pretty good rhythm and just ticking along, which was nice. I am playing, you can see there we've got about 160 milliseconds of ping, so there is a little bit of a lag, but to be fair, there's not many games I'd enjoy playing on that sort of ping, and this is one of them that I can enjoy playing. It's great. So we're just going to carry on here. I think I said we'd give Paulie about an hour and a half of our time. We're closing in on an hour now that we've been in here, so we'll just keep going for a little bit longer and probably touch base with you once we're wrapping things up. Now, the one thing I do want to say, for any aspiring members who are looking at joining the Farmers Only Club, player contracts probably don't pay as well as the PreFM contracts, and that's set up deliberately. Once you're through the PreFM and have your $500,000, you actually get put into a different contract server where the pay rates aren't quite as generous. So there's a little bit more of a grind once you've got to that point to keep on giving you avenues to increase your bank balance, which, you know, a player contract like this is another avenue. We're earning $2,500 an hour. Now, there's actually one of the other guys on the server here, Rabbit from Barney Inc. He was a bit cheeky and offered $2,800 an hour to do some karting for him, so it was a little bit of a cheeky offer there, but we accepted the $2,500 and that was what it was. Now we've got Sierra Master here who's come over. He is the one who picked up that contract for Rabbit, so not quite sure what he's doing over here. Wanted his 5 seconds of fame, so there we go, we'll give it to him. He timed it well, otherwise it wouldn't have been anything to see. Anyhow, let's carry on. We've got not actually sure where, we can't quite see. There he is, straight ahead of us. So like I said, he's opening the field up and we'll get another row going. So we'll probably come down here, meet up with him, but for now we'll just carry on working off screen and catch up with you when we're a little bit further through and when we're going to be saying goodbye to Paulie. Well, I think we're going to make this our last trip for Paulie, or our last load. We'll head down this far. We'll probably turn around and go back the other way and get that done. But we've made some pretty good progress here. We'll just take a quick look at where we are on the map. You can see, I think we'd probably be halfway across the field here, which is pretty impressive. What I didn't realise though, Paulie's got a whole nother field up here, another 40 acres of potatoes still to go. So 60 acres total. Sucker for punishment if you ask me, but it's been nice to be able to get in here and help him and just see a little bit more about how a actual farm runs in here in one of the proper servers rather than just being on the contract server. It's a little bit of an eye-opener. It's looking forward to having the opportunity to get into this position myself, but we'll get spun around here. We'll keep on filling up for a couple more passes and get these dumped in. I'll give you a tally on how many potatoes we've actually harvested, bearing in mind we were at about, I think the storage shed had about 80,000 litres in it when we started. We'll be able to get a bit of a count on how many litres we have put into that out of this one field. Alright, so we've got 73% in here, 32,000 litres. We'll go and get this dumped out for Paulie and then we'll bring the truck over and leave it somewhere convenient for him. I'm thinking probably on the headlands so he can drive around it, unload into it each time he goes past, and then less effort having to shuttle it back and forth to the unload point here. Alright, and there we go, all emptied out. So if we just go around here and take a look in here, so we were at about 80,000, just gone over 400,000 litres, so it's not bad. 320 or so thousand litres harvested. Alright, let's run the truck back down to the other end of the field here and we'll leave it for Paulie to carry on with his harvesting. Alright, right about there should be a good spot for when he comes along and can turn around. He can have the auger on the right hand side, so he'll come down the side here and be able to unload. So we'll save him some diesel and get that turned off. and come and watch him run along this last pass and say our farewells. I was just winding him up. You can see his balance is minus $600, but apparently it's all in Discord, so nothing to worry about there. I'm sure it'll all work out fine. A little bit of a wind up on him there, but just as I thought, he's able to unload there. So we're going to log out here. In fact, let's jump back into Discord while we're just standing here watching, and we'll get that contract completed. So there we are in the player's contract, and we just hit complete contract. That will figure things out. It's going to tell us how much time we spent. 11:04 was when we started, 12:33, so we are 1 minute short of an hour and a half. But payments will be done, and it will get paid through once Paulie does that, as you can see there. So that's all very great how well automated that system is. So we're going to leave the server here. I'm going to jump back into the PreFM Contracts server and do a few more contracts on that. We'll either do it like we did at the start of the episode, where we just complete a few contracts and show you what we've done, and then we'll have a little bit of a wrap up at the end, or I might, if there's a decent contract to do, we might just get in there and do that properly and see where we're sitting. But certainly the account is starting to get up there. We're just over a quarter of the way towards that $500,000. So we'll catch up with you in the PreFM Contract server very, very soon. So we're back here in the PreFM server. You would have seen we've done about a dozen contracts over the past few days, just stretched out here and there, which as you can see, we've now got a account balance of $211,398. So we're creeping closer to being halfway to our $500,000 goal to escape the PreFM server and move on to some other things. This contract, this is one of the bigger cultivating contracts we've done. It's actually worth $35,000. So by the time we've finished in here, we are not going to be too far away from the $250,000 and being halfway through. So not going too badly. Now you might have noticed, the majority of my contracts I've been doing cultivating, fertilizing, or spraying. I just find they seem to be the best return on time spent. There's no running back and forth to resupply if I was planting, or no having to deliver crops or anything like that if it was a harvesting contract. So this is what I've been doing. It seems to be working out pretty well to get us up to that target. So we're just going to carry on here. It was nice today to be able to show you the player contract system. Thank you very much, Paulie, for making that available to us and having us on your farm. It was nice to be able to get in there and lend a hand and get a little bit of a reward out of it as well. So thank you once again to you for that. And looking forward as the servers grow, just a reminder they are in their infancy. Just like FS22 is pretty new, Farmers Only Club for FS22 is pretty new. So farmers are still growing, they're still developing, new servers are popping up all the time, and very exciting to see that the admin team have leased some server space in Australia. So for anyone in the Oceania region, we're going to have some servers with slightly less ping, which is appropriate as we just get a big lag spike here in the tractor to talk about that. So that'll be nice to be able to have some local farmers, and good to see so many of you getting involved. So plenty of servers still popping up, and plenty of space for you to join and have some fun. So hope you've enjoyed this episode. We'll update you on how much money we've got in the next one, but we will be pretty much on that $250,000 mark. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.